Yeah. Welcome to Patanjali Yoga Meditation. Today we are discussing deep breathing. The Sanskrit term is Pranayama, which is a second limb in the Astanga Yoga of Patanjali's scheme. Sorry, fourth limb in Astanga Yoga, whereas it becomes second limb in our practice, what we are following. As you will recall, the first two of Ashtanga Yoga, namely Yam and Niyam, we have called them as a lifestyle, and this is a practice-based session. So we are counting from third limb of Ashtanga Yoga, Asana and then Pranayama. So we have been following up till now a two-phase breathing cycle where we first focus on the lower part of our abdomen and then we do deep breathe out. We sort of apply a pulling force in the lowest part of abdomen and attempt to throw out air from the bottom part and not through the mouth but through the nostrils. So as we do it, it causes my abdomen to shrink inward. As you would expect, we are evacuating our abdomen as if we are emptying it. And once having emptied it, we do breathe in again through the nostrils as if we are sucking in the fresh atmospheric air to fill in the abdomen, and thereby it causes my abdomen to expand outward. Here we notice that we always begin with the breathe out. As such, it is a cyclic process. So breathe out, followed by breathe in, then breathe out. Once you are in the cycle, it doesn't matter where does the cycle begin, but still we always begin with breathe out. The idea is when I empty it better, then I can fill in better. So we emphasize on emptying part first. Then we are told we should do such breathing cycles minimum 3 times and maximum 21. So today we want to talk about an extended version of this pranayam, and we call it as 4 phase, where each cycle will have 4 phases in place of 2 phases. So again, it is begins with the focus on the lower part of abdomen. Breathe out is same as what we have been doing always. So we empty, we focus on the lower part of abdomen and throw out the air through the nostrils, and of course it causes abdomen to shrink inward. There is a Sanskrit term for this, air chakra. Now we don't move to breathe in. Now there is an intermediate phase, that is we hold the breath out. We have already thrown it out. Now we are imagining that that air continues to remain outside. So in other words, I am holding my entire respiratory system airtight as if nothing is allowed in nor allowed out, as if I have locked it. So it is kind of a lockout. So hold the breath out. Of course, we cannot do it for very long. There will be, after a while, some sort of discomfort. And we are advised not to exceed that point. So, we don't want to do anything forcefully. So at the onset of discomfort, we move on to the third phase, which is same as breathe in here. So now we let the air come in slowly in a very uniform manner, and it fills in the abdomen, causing abdomen to expand outward. So that has in the previous phase when I hold the breath out is called Bahya Kumbhaka in Sanskrit. And when I filling in, then that is called as Purak. And now again the fourth phase is hold the breath within until the onset of discomfort. So here again I maintain the system airtight, not allowing any air to go out or come in, as if I have locked in the system, and not to exceed beyond this point. When you feel the onset of discomfort, you move on to the next, which will be the cycle number 2, phase number 1, breathe out. So now each cycle has 4 phases. The last phase in Sanskrit term is Abhi Kumbhak or Abhyantara Kumbhak. So this is phase 1, phase 2, phase 3, phase 4. So this is a 4-phase cycle. Again, we begin with breathe out, though it is a cyclic phase. And again, we are advised minimum 3 and maximum 21 cycles before this is peripheral, what is called outer yoga, as you know, asana pranayam pratyahar, namely the comfortable body posture, then deep breathing, and the oral recitation of the sound. These 3 limbs are outer yoga, just to prepare myself from before I enter into inner yoga of concentration, meditation, and immersion. So I'll just like to read out one small component by Maharishi Dayanand in his book Light of Truth, chapter 3. So this is his English translation. Says pranayam or control of the breath, says Patanjali in his Yoga Shastra. The practice of pranayam gradually burns off all impurities and exalts the soul. The light of knowledge in the soul goes on continually increasing till the soul is emancipated. Yoga Shastra Sadhan Path, which is chapter 1.28. The original sutra is Prachadhan Vidharanabhyam. That is Patanjali's statement. And this is English translation of what Maharishi Dayanand writes originally in Hindi in his book Satyat Prakash. Then he is quoting from Manu, just as a goldsmith by blowing strongly against a piece of impure gold removes its impurities by oxidation, so does pranayam burns off all impurities of the mind and senses. Now he says method of pranayam, as in the act of vomiting, all the contents of the stomach are violently expelled, so should the breath be expired forcibly and held out. I think this is some old English term. Held out as long as possible. I think maybe it is held out. And held out, this is now Bahi Kumbhak. And held out as long as possible by drawing up the pelvic viscera. This is what is called Muladhara Chakra. What I have been saying is the bottom of the abdominal part. So this is what is method of pranayam. So this has been describing the phase 1 of breathe out as well as phase 2 of Bahi Kumbhak. And then it goes on, when discomfort is felt, the air should be gently inspired. Now this is describing the phase theme of Puyak, deep breathing. This process should be repeated according to one's desire and strength. This exalts the purity of the soul and develops concentration of mind. So, as a regular practitioner, we are aware that with pranayam, it is now easier to control our mind. And Patanjali has a statement, Prakashad Avarkshiyate. What he's saying is, there are 5 sheets or layers around myself. From outward direction, they are Annamaya Kosh, the gross body layer, then mind layer, Manomaya Kosh, Pranamaya Kosh, sorry. Annamaya Kosh, Pranamaya Kosh, then Manomaya Kosh, and Vijnanmaya Kosh. And then finally, Anandamaya Kosh. And then I am sitting in the deep inside. So, of course, objective of the meditation is to enter into Anandamaya Kosh. So I have to go through these steps. So asana is related to, I put my body in a bundle and then pranamaya kosh, this is pranayam, I regulate it. Then pratyaha, I will be passing through manomaya kosh, and then dharana and dhyan. I am in vijnanmaya kosh where I want to remove the images, etc. Hopefully, then I am in Anandamaya course. So these are steps involved, and these are the suggestions. So we will continue in our practice as two-phase breathing, and but I thought I should talk about what actually is four-phase breathing based on Patanjali's teaching. Thank you very much for your time and attention. We will meet again next week and have a good time.